Hey guys, so this is my Hurricane Irma video, and I'm doing a voiceover because later on in the clips, my roommate's dad is had some business issues when Hurricane Irma was going on, so I just didn't want to put his business out there. So, pretty much this is some footage that I got. This next clip is actually going to be in slow-mo, so the slow-mo is going to come up right now. And I didn't think this hurricane was that bad, but I've never been in a hurricane, and my roommate Steph has. So this is in Miramar, Florida, which is just outside of where my campus is. My campus is in Davie. It's about a 20 to 30 minute drive depending on the traffic. But I didn't think this hurricane was that bad because it didn't hit us that hard. It was supposed to hit us hard, and then it kind of veered to the west pretty much right before it was going to hit us. So this is Sunday. Saturday? Actually, I think this is Saturday. This is Saturday. Nope, this is Sunday. This is Sunday. So it was supposed to hit us the hardest, supposedly, Sunday at 8 o'clock at night. And this was, I think, around 3 or 4. So, yeah, so it was supposed to hit us the hardest at Sunday at 8. But this was pretty much the hardest that we saw. We went back out at night, and nothing had really changed that much from what you're seeing now in this video. So this next clip is actually taken seconds after, and you can see it has gotten a lot more wild, a lot more windy, but this was pretty much the height of what we saw in Miramar. And Steph is about to do some live reporting for you, so here you go.
Wow.
Irma Watch 2017.
Irma Watch. It's Stephanie Lamorne reporting for Irma Watch. We're in the middle of a baby tropical storm. This should be named Tropical Storm Dana. There's nothing going on.
So this next clip coming up is actually the backside of Stephanie's house, and this tree had a lot of movement, and it was a pretty big tree, so that was kind of astonishing. Other than this tree, we didn't really see that much movement from the bigger ones, just the palms. So this is actually the next day. This is Monday, September 11th, and this video, honestly, you can't see that much destruction because, I mean, we were just driving along the highway, so some places obviously got hit worse than others. But this, we are still in Miramar. We are driving from Miramar to Little Haiti, which is in Miami, and you just see like some trees down. The palm trees look a little more scarce than they were before. And a lot of these videos you honestly can't really see much because it really depends on the area. But there's some videos where there's fences down, there's some where there's big trees down, but it really just depends on the video. So this one doesn't look that bad, but we were driving along the highway, and the highway, like these trees you can see are pretty big. They're not like palms. So the likelihood of them being hit and struck down is less than a palm because a palm is very easily bendable and easier to break than these bigger trees. These clips are also not in order, so I'm kind of just jumping around. But this is another section of highway, and like I said, there's not that much destruction here as well, which is good. It's a good thing that the highways didn't have trees on them or didn't have any flooding because people were trying to get in and out so much that would have been devastating to everyone trying to leave or trying to come back to their houses. So this is more of the same. Like I said, there's not that much destruction in some of these videos, but even if there's not that much destruction, that means somewhere else there is. And some of these fences are down. There's also some flooding in these areas that you're seeing. And even, like, just look at the palm trees. The palm trees are bare. Like, the comparison to what the palm trees looked like before, if you've seen a Florida palm, they are full, and these ones have branches that are missing, and it's destruction. So we just passed a stoplight, and I don't know if you could tell, but a lot of the stoplights weren't working because there's no power. So the stoplights weren't working, so we had to use, they were, like, the Florida rule is that if the stoplights are out or if the power's out and there's no stoplights, it's a four-way stop. So up here you can see cops are blocking areas, so we don't really know what was going on with that road across, but they weren't letting people drive through. You had to go turn right or turn left, and then you could turn right or left onto that road. but they weren't letting people pass through the middle. And a lot of these places also had flares at the end of the road to like even make sure more cautious. But these are cops just guiding people, and there's caution tape, so who knows what's going on underneath the ground. So this is an army base, or I don't know if it's an army base, but it's some sort of armed forces base, and part of that fence was down. So now you're seeing a Family Dollar, which has power, but a lot of the businesses and restaurants were open because power was technically still out in the county. However, some places had generators and stuff like that. So these next couple of clips I'm actually not going to voice over because you can hear the radio in the background, but just look at the trees down and fences down and houses and stuff like that. So I also have some pictures, so I'm going to insert those now. And these first two pictures are back at Steph's house, where you can just see palm leaves down and just leaves in general off of trees. I also took a panorama, which is coming out now, and this is looking out of her driveway onto the road, so you can just see a lot of leaves down and some trees. This is a huge tree that is down on a sidewalk, and then coming up, this is just a gas station that has signs down on the ground. Now we're in Miami, and as you can see, people are flying flags. And then this is at Steph's dad's store, where you can't really see it, but there's a faint line going across the picture, and that is a power line that's down. So the rest of these pictures are flooding, and this was just a road that we were driving on, and as you can see, this road was especially flooded for one reason or another, which was making it difficult for cars to turn. It wasn't that much water, but it still impairs your driving ability. So this is the last video of the actual destruction that the hurricane caused. This is just a lot of flooding on the sides of the highways and some palm trees down. A lot of these palm trees were actually braced, which helped them from falling, but you can still see a lot of flooding, which they can't really help. And we're back in the place we call home, Shark Nation.
In that, like, the class is literally just like to enhance me, but that's like not really much to enhance me. hanging out. Why did we not just get the book and then take a test? I know.
One more floor to go, and we're home. We're here. Oh, hallway, how I've missed you.